Good morning and welcome to the February virtual union meeting. Hope you're healthy and your families are safe, and we'll get right down to the President's report. Power and Utilities, working some overtime as necessary. Frickus is actively interviewing SSEs. They need 3 to replace retirements and laterals. 8061, 710s, working infrastructure upgrades and over in the BEV building. Dearborn Truck Plant, we've seen a few down weeks because of part shortages, etc. It's because of a microchip issue that affects the Edge, the Escape, the Explorer, the 150, the Aviator, the Corsair, and the Nautilus. These are all models that are currently being affected by the microchip. With people staying home and notably working and schooling from home, demand has exploded for computers and other consumer electronics. Companies that produce these items contracted with chip suppliers during the initial wave of COVID when car sales contracted. When car sales rebounded, chip manufacturing capacity had been snatched up by other customers and simultaneously was constrained by midsummer sanctions on some Chinese suppliers for alleged labor and human rights abuses. So that's where we're at with that. Tuesday the 16th, a massive winter storm. Dearborn Engine, 8061, Power Utilities and World Headquarters did not submit for a snow day for an act of God. Requires 40% absenteeism on a production facility. We found out late last night that the termination was that it was a level 2 act of God, which by the single point lesson conditions warrant an act of God determination. Employees who failed to work are coded A. Employees who reported to work but were sent home will be K coded for the remainder, and if you worked all day, you'll get paid for all hours worked plus the K code. DDMP, working regular schedule. Stamping plant extended the TLO 1 extra week because of a gas shortage down in K-Cap due to the snow. I think they started throttling back the gas and heading it toward residential, so that was extended 1 week. World Headquarters, working 710s. Vehicle Service Center, working their regular schedule. The unit, we're still waiting for our agreement books. And we certainly hope that labor can get them to us before 2023 and we have to renegotiate a new agreement. Rich Simone has assumed District 5. Dan Sultana has moved to quality. He'll be responsible for all aspects of quality standard and also be doing new member orientation as well as skilled trades training. The local has postponed any special elections because of the COVID protocol. However, as soon as practical, we'll hold the special election. We'd like to welcome Rich Simone on board. He's a great guy, and he's just a good guy. He'll do a great job. UAW, so everything was settled in the court for the conspiracy and all the embezzlement, whatever not. So one of the things that they decided was we're going to change the way the International Union Delegate and officer elections are handled. And my good buddy Mike Baydoun was kind enough to find that the International Brotherhood of Teamsters has a similar thing when they were taken over by the government. So it's kind of long and it's pretty wordy, but if you have an opportunity, if you want to go on the IBT webpage, you can find the way they elect and vote for their International Union Delegate and officer elections. And it might be something you're interested in if you want to check that out. Committee reports, health and safety. Obviously, there's a lot of action going around. There's a lot of action going to be going in and out of engine plant. There's a lot of traffic that's going to be up and going down the near the BEV, near the Rev C. I guess they're calling it the Rouge Electric Vehicle Center now. So please be aware, be careful when you're driving and working around the site. Benefits, open enrollment until March 26th for MetLife Optional Life. It's no longer part of Unicare. Hopefully by now you've completed any dependent verification on your benefits page. Profit share will be paid on March 11th. If you want all cash, you don't have to do anything. If you want a portion put in your TESPI or Forward Interest Advantage, you have until February 26th to make those determinations at 4 p.m. February 26th. Remember that if you put 100% of your TESPI, the taxes will come out of your next regular paycheck. So many people keep out enough to cover those taxes on the next check. You might want to keep that in mind if you plan on putting in 100%. Also, if on any other bonus you had elected a certain amount to go in your TESPI, that election stays in place until you make that change. In other words, if you do want 100% TESPI or cash payout, but you made a bonus election prior, you have to go in and make that change now on your benefits page. Joint Apprenticeship Committee, 81 apprentices currently on rolls. We have almost 400 people on our waiting list. With the new language in the unit agreement, an apprentice with 8,000 hours or more can be bumped off shift crew or out of department. So the 8,000 hours is the key. That's the determining factor, not necessarily graduation. Job security, many contractors will be on site over the next several months, and we expect our trades to be fully engaged during that period. And now I'll turn it over to Paul Morey for his report.
Hello all. I just want to take a few moments to discuss the electric vehicle building that's in the process of being completed as we speak. Some of you probably have noticed that the walls are up, everything's coming together. We still don't have the occupancy permit. That's the next step of the phase. I did want to thank everyone who took the opportunity to apply and put in for the coordinator launch team positions. It's an important part of the future of Ford Motor Company, and we as a unit are excited to see that Ford Motor Company decided to put such a vital part of the future in the middle of the Rouge complex, which has such a storied history with Ford Motor Company. So we're all excited about that vehicle being launched here. I did want to say that March 1st is going to be the official launch of the launch team. So we have selected a electrical master, electrical coordinator, there's a millwright coordinator, we have a pipe fitter coordinator, and a PM planner. I want to take a minute to say this isn't the end of the launch team. What we'll be doing is, it looks like, and I don't want to commit to a timeline, but it looks like end of April, beginning of May, there'll be more postings to add to the launch team. And training is still being coordinated. So I just want to wish everyone that's going to be working on that best of luck, and we know that they're going to do us proud, and this is going to be an awesome vehicle moving into the future. Thanks.
And now here's Dwayne Glass with his report.
Good morning. The January 21 Rouge heritage bumps have been completed at Dearborn Truck Plant and Dearborn Stamping Plant. We had a couple hiccups due to TLOs and things like that, but most people should be in their respective areas no later than by the end of this week, next week starting. The heritage bumps usually generally difficult to pull off between our unit and labor relations with a lot of movement between the buildings. Please welcome your new tradesmen to their areas as they might not be as familiar with them as they are with you. If you have any questions regarding the heritage bump, please contact the unit or your committee man. Dearborn Engine Plant. Demolition and due care removal of the equipment in Dearborn Engine Plant will begin March 6th. They'll be bringing in the shear and clearing the floor to make way for the new equipment for the new Duratec program. Duratec program should start model year 2023. It's been a long time coming for the engine plant. We expect to see a big part of the overall job security and regrowth as the members of MC trade supporting the new engine program at Dearborn Engine Plant. We've had some ongoing issues with management there and our skilled trades as to how the out-plant process will work as far as bringing in outside contractors. Out-plant should be available and probably will be available to most of our members. Please start signing up on the out-plant SharePoint. If you're not familiar with how to work the out-plant SharePoint, please contact your committee man or the M&C unit in the bargaining office or myself. Thank you.
I'd like to ask you if you could please tell other members and share these videos so we can get the information out there. Also, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to call the committee room, call me, Dwayne, or Paul, and let us know. We'll cover it in the meeting. If there's anything you want to explain, we'll cover that in the meeting. Also, I'd like to thank Mike Young for doing the recording and the editing on this and getting it up and posted for everybody. That's it. Thank you very much.